Hello, my dolls, and welcome to another cello tips and tricks. For those of you who clicked, I am so glad you did because we're going to get in touch with our inner T-Rex. I'm not even kidding. Tyrannosaurus Rex time, and I hope you're ready. I swear there is a story and a reason behind all of this, and it is a really groundbreaking technique for me that I got a good handle on recently. So before I get to my well-needed explanation for this weird, crazy tattle, please give this video a thumbs up, a like, and subscribe to the Cello Doll channel to show your support if you want to go above and beyond. I am also on Patreon, where you can support Chelly and I and get VIP rewards you won't find anywhere else. So, what in the world am I talking about? T-Rex arm, advanced. Have you gone crazy? Well, that's debatable. So the reason behind the name is the arm has a very, very low elbow. You see that? Almost like T-Rex hands. You guys seen that meme when the T-Rex is trying to make the bed and he can't? That's kind of like what this is. So the reason why I call this an advanced technique is because it's used in a situation you find mostly in advanced repertoire. So a lot of technical things can fit under two categories. Techniques that you can use for your general playing, and then there's technique for special situations. And this is one of those. You're not going to use this all the time, but I find thinking about my arm in this extreme way really helps when I have fast notes, fast tempo, loud dynamic. If it's fast notes and a fast tempo, you're gonna have to use very, very tiny amounts of bow. And if it's a loud dynamic, you need power. So when the elbow is really low, your weight is most activated. It's going to be able to flow from your back down the arm through the fingers into the string. And I do talk about that in an older tip vlog on how to tap into your back and to access your natural weight. So I'll include that here. So I'm going to tell you dolls a quick story. I was having a recent lesson with my teacher on the Britain Cello Suite number 1. And the last movement is very fast, and we talked a lot about what to do with the bow. So the piece is made up mostly of 16th notes, but a lot of them are slurred. So when they're slurred together, you're playing 8th notes or quarter notes with the bow. So then we got to talking about tone quality and how the tone can get disrupted when your left hand is going crazy and you start getting tense here. So he talked about when you're loud and wanting to go fast, you have to be sunken in a way that you are pulling the string with you. What? So yeah, the string can be pulled left to right, and that can only happen if you have your natural body weight sunken in. So what you can do to tap into this is be really low at the elbow and try to wiggle. Did you hear that? I'm gonna do it again. It sounds like a sick frog or something. What you can do is see if you can get the string to wiggle. Oh, there it is again. So I'm not getting, I can really see my string going crazy, and I'm getting these little croaks. I'm not pressing down. So you shouldn't be doing any extra force other than completely letting your weight fall into the string. Okay, so don't push, sink. So my teacher was talking to me about this, and for some reason I had a light bulb moment. So he's telling me about this technique in a very eloquent way, sophisticated, knowledgeable, and in my mind I'm like, I gotta be a T-Rex. And so I started really thinking about it in my lesson, and I was almost touching my hip. I was really trying to exaggerate it, and I noticed a huge difference. Now, I'm not telling you guys to play at your hip, but I've been experimenting with it in my practice room, trying to see how low I can get. I really started noticing power, clear tone when it was fast and on thicker strings. And I'm going to play you guys a quick example so you can hear the difference. So you guys can hear, especially as I get down to the lower region, it gets kind of muddy. The tone isn't very consistent or powerful, but then with the T-Rex arm. So it's been very helpful for me to use it in this particular movement of the Britain suite, but I'm also excited to search and see where I can use this in other parts of my repertoire. So another quick thing I noticed was the more frantic and hectic or complicated the left hand got, my arm was creeping up. And if my shoulder creeps up and my arm creeps up, I can't get that powerhouse weight into my cello. So what I have been doing, and it's been really hard, was I had been isolating the really crazy, hectic measures and just focusing on the elbow being down, keeping an eye on it, keeping my mental awareness on it, and it helped. It really helped. And another thing, if you are relaxed and comfy and sunken in with your bow arm, your left hand is gonna feel more free to do what it has to do in those crazy, hectic, fast passages. And this is what I tell myself all the time because it is a daily battle in my practice room. It's very hard, despite the fun, goofy name of T-Rex arm. It is a very advanced technique and idea because it's going to be used in very fast, complicated playing. What are you going to do if you want to be a T-Rex in training? Can you prepare to do this in advance? Yes, you can. Even if you are a beginner cellist, if you have a passage that uses small amounts of bow, eighth notes maybe, if you're just starting with eighth notes, keep an eye on your elbow that it is low. You're not going to have the big powerhouse that I was just using maybe. Maybe it's not going to be forte. But you can even be soft and see if your elbow is your lowest point in your bow arm technique. Because when you're doing a long bow, we want to open our arm span. So if you have a part with concentrated short bows, you can be a T-Rex in training. So that's a way you can prepare, but really use this technique and this idea of the extreme low elbow for fast, loud passages, especially if the notes are short and if you're on those lower strings where you need extra power. So my dolls, I hope this was fun. I'm trying to make these vlogs fun, entertaining, exciting, and I hope now you will never forget a low elbow, and when you see a T-Rex, you will think of Chelly and I and this video. Thank you all so much for watching. I am the Cello Doll. If you haven't been here before, welcome. And in addition to YouTube, you can find me on Instagram as well as Facebook. Again, please subscribe and like the video. It really helps. And this video could also reach more cellists and help them in their practice time. We'll see you guys for the next video. And until then, get in touch with your inner Tyrannosaurus Rex. Bye!